this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited. I have worked with Spiegel Mom Scraps in the past when I first started doing my channel, and I got asked for the month of March to be their guest designer, and so I got the March kit. So I got a bunch of it. I got like the March kit. I got a bunch of their other sequins. I got their tear tape. I got their stuff that they use for sequence mixes. So I got all the things. But this time around, I am going to use Twigs and Twine and Inky Dinky Doo for my layout. Now, I will link the photo up top here of the inspiration that I am going to do. I have this photo of my husband and I am going to be using the Simple Stories, the Simple Life collection, and along with the Distress Oxide. So I happen to find this layout with a bunch of sequins and kind of this Starry Night style of photograph, and I'm going to do pretty much that same thing. So it's from scrapbook.com. I'll link that down below. And I'll put the photo up here too of what it looks like. And so let's see what I can do. Okay, so this is going to be a very long process. I absolutely love the turnout of this. And if this is something that you are wanting to do, I just want you to know that be ready for it to take what feels like forever and a day. I went and wanted to do some research on Pinterest, and I did find quite a bit of inspiration so that I can make these sequence mixes stand out while having, you know, I guess if you want to call it the Miranda style, the Webber style. So I really took it and made some different colors and some different tones, and I did pull out the Stormy Sky Distress Oxides and the Distressed Ink. I think some of my smaller inks are starting to run out, which is making it a little bit more difficult for it to stand out. But as you can tell, now you can see them on my screen. I get swoofs or starbursts, flares going across. I will play around with my title and my few other spots just so that I can, you know, get it to like match up the way I want. The person that I am like getting the inspiration from, it is from scrapbook.com, but it doesn't look like, I'm not even sure how to say her name. It's a Kaizo Designs, and it looks like it came from a template or whatever, but scrapbook.com has it on their Pinterest board. So I'll link this down below along with everybody else. So here's where it just takes a while. I don't want to say painstakingly because I love doing this. It was a lot of work, but a lot of just relieving stress. But I will tell you that by doing what I did, it took me about 3.5 hours. And you will see I will start it, come back, you know, and just to kind of chunk it so you kind of see how this is going to be looking. So as you can tell, I'm coming through. I have one of the starbursts like flares already done. And I'm using one of the March sequence mixed, which as of right now, it's still available for you to purchase. And that's the Twig and Twine. That's within the mix or the March kit, March collection. And then the other one that I'm using, that's the black that you're seeing, is the Inky Dinky Doo. And that is just on the website itself, just for the shop. So I started out and I was going to try to make the word forever kind of go around and kind of catch it with that flare. And in my eyes, I kept looking at it, and it was like I was going to spell it backwards. And I just didn't like it, and I honestly think it's because the letters were so big. So I did put it down on one of the other swoops, and it was the ending piece that would go into the flowers that are part of this paper that I'm using for my background from Simple Stories. So here I am. I did take the brads now and some of the foam thickers and stuff and place them in certain spots so that those color tones were coming out within these two sequences. So as you can tell, I'm just going through, going back and forth, back and forth. I pull some of the big ones. I get quite a bit of the little ones so that, even though that you may not see all of the little ones going on, they are. The black ones you'll probably see a little bit easier and better. Then I would say the twig and twine, because the twig and twine is more of a off-white, rosy, what I call rosy color. But when you put it all together, it does look like twigs and twine. But when they're with the black, it's more of an off-white color. And it's okay because everything else that I have in here is off-white. And I wanted it to be just black and off-white, so that the other color tones that I'm pulling from the sequence mix, or actually from the collection, will actually pop out more off of those starburst swoops, or I'm not sure what you would want to call them, stand out more because it matches the outfit. So here I keep going. Like I said, I just kind of kept going and got you started and then did quite a bit of it off camera. So as you can tell, there's my swoop. And I still love the flowers on the bottom. I love the butterflies that are in the flowers. I love the middle of this. I love where my title point is. I think it's a really good, not so busy layout, but busy layout. For me, this is my normal, but for somebody else that may be following along, it might not be so much. But I do want to tell you that in the description down below, we'll have a discount code. I have been part of their team before, and my discount of Miranda 15 is still available for you to use. So make sure that you do that, and you'll get 15% off of any of your orders that you may purchase through Spiegel Mom Scraps. So I will link the two links to the twig and twine and the Inky Dinky Doo, so that you could be able to purchase this and do something to this effect. Now, I will tell you that I found quite a bit of inspiration, and I might even hit up. I've got, I think, 3 layouts I do for Spiegel Mom Scraps in that regards. So be on the lookout for 2 more, I think, 2 or 3 more. But at any rate, I wanted to thank Jody and Sarah for thinking of me to come in as their guest designer, because I really love using their sequence, especially Jody's sequence, obviously. In that regards, I just love her sequence, and I had to watch how much I purchased because I had so many, and I had to get through a lot of them first. And now my sequence mixes from her are dwindling down, so it actually came at the right time for me to become a guest designer, because that way I can use some of the newer ones and get some more in there. So now I am taking these other embellishments, these smaller embellishments, the bees and the hearts, and kind of placing them in those spots that may be missing. That should have probably had sequence or something to that effect, just to add a little bit more to these. And then this is it. I do my doodling across. My title is already there. And I feel that this is just, I love how this turns out. It's perfect. The still shots are coming up. Everything will be linked down below. Go check out Jody's website. I absolutely love her sequence mixes. They're just the best. The still shots are coming up. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.